Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today I thought I would do a kind of comparison between Duolingo and how I normally learn languages. So I don't use Duolingo at all, don't use any websites really at all. What I do is I read things. So I find books, articles, anything interesting, sometimes podcasts. Sometimes people make podcasts where they will say something and then have the audio and then have the text, so you have the transcript. So I will read and listen at the same time. I do this basically until I can understand people, and then I'll watch TV series and then try to talk when I understand people. That's all I do. That's it. I mean, that's it. If I with grammar, I basically, if I don't understand something and it's too difficult at the moment, I'll maybe ignore it for the first time. Then maybe after I see it like 2 or 3 times, I'll think, what's this? What's that? Let me look up this grammar rule, and that's how I find grammar rule. I either ask a native speaker or I look it up on the internet. That's all I do. So let me compare. So the main reason I don't use Duolingo, it's very simple. It's just very simplistic. Most of the time they don't even give you... What I want to do is I want to learn and read words in context, right? In a Duolingo, you don't get the context. You just simply have one sentence, and that's it. One sentence. Anyway, so here's a comparison. Okay, I thought I would just clarify here. So I learned German for 5 years in school, but I learned almost nothing. Remember almost nothing, so I'm basically a complete beginner, other than random stuff like Ich bin English. That's basically all I know. So I'm basically a complete beginner. Describe your family. Okay, I've skipped the boring I'm bored section, so let's describe your family. Let's have a look at this. See how much we can learn. Okay, Vater.
Vater.
This is with an F, okay. Vater with a V, okay. Mutter.
Mutter.
Vier.
Is that with a... I think it's this.
Wir.
That's wir.
Vier.
Vier, okay. V is an F sound. That's weird.
Ein Vater.
A father.
Eine Mutter.
A mother. Please leave me
Eine
alone.
Mutter und ein Vater.
Okay.
Eine
Mutter
und
ein
Vater.
Ein Vater. Eine Mutter.
For God's sake, you want me to speak? Allow this time. Ein Vater, eine Mutter.
Ich bin Nina.
I am Nina.
Ein Vater und eine Mutter.
What are you making me speak for? Ein Vater und eine Mutter.
Hallo,
Look at me, I'm
ich bin
fluent
Julia.
in German. Hallo, ich bin Alex. Yeah, please leave me
Eine
alone.
Mutter, ein Vater.
Oh my God, I've said this twice already. Eine Mutter, eine Vater. Oh, I was technically wrong. Ein Vater.
Hallo, ich bin Peter.
Hallo Peter, ich bin Anna. Hard exercise, is it? Really?
Ich bin Nina.
That's hard, yeah. I'm already bored of this, man. Okay,
Ja,
Ja, ich bin
ich bin
Lukas.
Lukas.
Hallo, I am Carl. Okay, hallo.
Hallo,
ich bin
bin
Carl.
Karl.
Hooray. I'm already bored of this. I don't know what this means. Okay. This is like, what is it? Okay. Maybe 2 or 3, 4 or 5 minutes, whatever. And I've learned maybe 10 words. I'm already bored of doing this. It's too simple. What I would do is this. So I normally use this program called Learning with Text. It's a really big pain in the ass to set up. So I would recommend you use Readlang, which is almost the same thing, but you don't need to install stuff. Basically, the reason this is difficult to install is because it's designed to work on a website. So you can't just install it and then run it like in exe. You have to mimic, you have to simulate using a web server. So you have to install web server software and then put it on that, and then you can run it. So just hassle-free, use readlang.com. Anyway, so I'm going to go to German. Do I even have German? I don't know if I have German here. Okay, I have German set up. When I basically didn't learn it at all. I don't even know how many words I have set up. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go beginner German texts. I'm going to click the first link. Okay, we got this level A2, right? What's this? I don't know. It's just this. We're taking a family vacation. Okay, don't know what this is. I'm just going to click it, copy this, go like that. Make a new text, do this, put that in the title. A2 text. Click save and open. Alright, it's given me no new words. Okay, that's useful. No new words entirely. I don't think this has audio. I'll have a look. Does it have audio? I need to pay for that, so I'm not going to bother. Okay, so am Flughafen. At the airport. Okay. Familie Muller plant ihren Urlaub. The family Muller, the Muller family, plans to go. Was that your? I think it means there, not your. That doesn't make sense otherwise. Can I see something? There. So it's either your or there. So I'd probably translate it as planning their vacation. Okay. The Muller family is planning their vacation. Sie geht in ein Reisebüro und lässt sich von einem Angestellten beraten. I have no idea what this means. You going in ein travel agency. Maybe she. She goes. Because the problem with Z is it means too many goddamn things. It means you, formal. It means she, or it means they. I'm supposed to guess which one it means. They. I think it's they in this situation. So they go into a travel agency and leave themselves from a employee's advice. Right, I need to translate that sentence because I don't understand what it means. She goes to a travel agency and is advised by an employee. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, I'm going to make these not new. I'm just going to say, und leaves sich themselves from one employee's advice. Okay, a bit of a weird structure, but you'll get used to it in time. Alright, als Reisel... What even is this pronunciation? Let's listen.
Reiseziel.
Reiseziel. Als is what? As, when, than. Okay. As the holiday destination chooses... Wald. How do you pronounce that?
Wählt.
Wählt. Okay. Sie Mallorca aus. Why? Okay, I don't know why you're so using Z again. You want to confuse me. Ah, right. Wählt sie. So you're kind of like saying selects her, or selects she, or selects they. Who the hell knows? From context, you got to work it out. Mallorca. It's a very common German destination, actually. Out. What are you saying out? That's weird. Okay. Bit of weird. So as a holiday destination, choose they Mallorca out. Okay, a bit of a weird construction, but in time you'll get used to it. Maybe what I normally do is say I'll just read something and say if I don't really understand, like what's this aus? Why are you putting aus at the end? Maybe you'll see it in another context later, and maybe you could ask a native speaker, or you can ask on the internet, why are you using aus here? Or you could say, for example, you go to Google Translate and say. Pick German. Too many goddamn languages. I am going to Germany. Okay, it doesn't say that. It doesn't have aus at the end. Or you could say, I choose Germany. Yeah, I don't know why there's aus at the end. I'm just going to ignore it because I don't understand it. I am a beginner. I will understand it later. Familie Müller bucht einen Flug auf die Mittelmeerinseln. Oh my god.
Mittelmeerinsel.
Mittelmeerinsel. Okay. Family Muller booked. What the hell's bay? You mean buy? Sorry, buy. Does it actually mean bay? Should probably set up a better book here. There's book here. Book as a verb. Book einen a. I don't know what. I can't be bothered to look up the case or the gender. I'm just going to ignore it. Flug, flight. Okay. Auf. On the Mediterranean island. Okay, I don't know why I made that yellow. Yellow means I kind of know it, I don't know it. Sie bucht außerdem, aside from that, zwei Zimmer in einem großen Hotel direkt am Strand. Okay, they book, aside from that, 2 Zimmer rooms. I'm guessing there's no plural at the end of that. In a big großen Hotel, that's obvious, directly am Strand. Directly at the beach. Okay. So direct I can kind of know. Am Strand, I have no idea. Familie Mulia badet gerne im Meer. Bathes. Gerne means with pleasure. I remember this from school. Im Meer. In the sea. Alright, so I know which one was better. One I can basically, one has context, has like in the paragraphs has context, you have like way more words. I mean, how many words did I learn in the German version? 10, 20? Didn't learn a sentence. It wasn't in a sentence structure. It was simply like, Kaffee, bitte. Okay. I mean, I can order coffee in a restaurant if I want, but can I understand anything else? No. But I wouldn't normally go to a restaurant anyway. If I'm new to the language, I would just speak English. That's normally really advanced anyway. So in the Duolingo version, you get like extremely short, simple sentences, like 2 words. Not even really a full sentence. It's not, can I have some coffee, please? It's, coffee, please. Which just kind of sounds like a robot, to be honest. And it's like, what, 20 words? Maybe that, maybe less, I don't know. And then you have the other version, which I can actually listen to it fully using Google Translate, or sometimes there's audio. I can add the audio to it if I want as well. But say, for example, I can go to this, Google Translate, then I can click here, more, and then I can go here and just click.
Familie Müller plant ihren Urlaub.
And now I can listen to the audio. And it's basically written by native speakers most of the time. At beginner level, normally it will be a bit simpler, like not as full. But when I get to actually intermediate level, I will literally be reading full articles from native speakers, written for native speakers. So I'm not giving like, you know, crumbs of what someone thinks someone says. It's like directly from native speakers how people actually speak, because that's what you want to do. You want to practice. If you want to understand when you're reading what native speakers read, you need to read and practice what native speakers read. In Duolingo, you can't do this, and this is not enough words. So what Duolingo is good for is, say if someone has 5 or 10 minutes and they don't have, you know, this software that I'm using, and they just want to do something a day. That's what it's good for. But it's not good for really learning fully a language. You never get to fluency just from Duolingo. There's no chance. I think the only language where you can do that is Esperanto in theory, because Esperanto is extremely simple and like all the rules are consistent. So in theory, you could do it with Esperanto. You could maybe have a conversation after doing the full course. Everything else, no chance. Absolute no chance. So when I first started learning Russian, I actually started using Duolingo, and I was so frustrated. I mean, there are 12 adjective endings in Russian, and you have to pick from these. Say, I don't know what it says, like in the large library or something like this. So I've got to think, oh, bibliothek, that's masculine gender, and it's in, so I've got to give it prepositional case. So I've got to remember in the balshom biblioteki or something. So I have to remember balshom, the ending, like as a beginner, and you're punishing me if I get it wrong. Like, I literally almost quit learning the language when I was using Duolingo. That was how bad it was. And that was how bad it was, honestly. But obviously Russian was quite new at the stage. Maybe it's different now. I don't know. But I just hate it. One, learning languages are difficult. They're difficult. It takes a long time. You get frustrated. You can lose motivation a lot of the time. And you lose motivation about 10 times faster if it's like, oh, write this whole sentence using complicated adjective endings that you don't really know because you're a beginner. And, oh, you're wrong. Write it again. Oh, you're wrong. Write it again. Oh, you're wrong. Write it again. I quit. I'm gone. Like, no. Like, you shouldn't be punished for, like, when I'm reading the way I normally read, no one tells me I'm wrong every 5 seconds and tells me to write it again. I don't need to write anything. I just read. It's not, I just read. Do you understand? No, you're not. There's no punishment. The whole problem with Duolingo is like it punishes you for making mistakes, which I hate. And I almost quit the language, and I will never use Duolingo to learn a language. So Duolingo is basically good for, so you got a 5-minute break at work or something like this, and you want to just practice some language. It's good for that. For actual full like fluency, no chance. No chance could you do this. But that was just my thoughts on Duolingo. It's not a bad site, and maybe it's good for complete beginners to use. But for like seriously getting to know a language well, I don't think you can use this. But that was just my opinion. Let me know if you disagree or have a different experience. See you guys next time.